So was it worth it? I guess kind of. I definitely learned that I'm really out of shape and need to surf more frequently, so it was a nice warm-up for hopefully future surf sessions to come on this trip throughout Florida. The waves really are not very good. There's a lot of longboarders out there. It's actually getting a lot smaller too. I was out there for a couple hours a while ago and it's getting worse, which is to be expected, but it was nice to get back in the water. So it's the next day now. I decided to call it quits on the vlog yesterday because while I was out on the beach there shooting that video, it started pouring rain and it pretty much just rained for the entire rest of the day. You guys didn't miss much though because I just kind of hunkered down and tried to stay dry. Despite the fact that the surf wasn't really great yesterday, I really do enjoy paddling out on the Gulf Coast. There's like this special kind of stoke in the water when you're out there. It's really not like anywhere else in the country. Everyone is so excited just to be in the water. They're happy just to have waves. And even when the surf kind of sucks like it did yesterday, it doesn't even matter. Everyone's like hollering for each other and just talking and having a good time. It's really not like anywhere else that I've ever surfed before. So I was originally planning to do some camping tonight at a free campsite not too far outside of Tallahassee, Florida. I think it was called the Goose Pasture Campground, but I decided against it while I was driving over for a couple of reasons. For one, it kept raining on and off as I was driving over, so I figured it was probably going to be raining there, and most likely it would be. I didn't want to just be stuck in the element and not able to enjoy the campground. For two, there's also these laws in Florida that have to do with gun season and hunting season and whatnot, and a lot of the campgrounds close for that, and there was no way for me to really confirm it, so I was a little worried that I was going to drive, 45 minutes, 50 minutes out of the way, and then end up getting there and find the campsite to be closed. That campground did have some pretty good reviews on freecampsites.net though, so I'm definitely going to make it a point to try to check it out on my way back to New Orleans next month. I think by then gun season and hunting season will be over as well, so it shouldn't be a problem. So for dinner tonight, I'm planning to make a simple chili. Bought all the ingredients earlier today. I was planning to make this while enjoying a beautiful campsite, but I guess that this rest area here will have to do. At least they've got covered picnic areas in case the sky opens up on us, which I'm thinking it might. We've got onions, ground beef, some canned diced tomatoes and chilies, some canned black beans, and then we're gonna season it up with some chili powder, some garlic powder, maybe some Tony's seasoning, some salt, some pepper, and maybe some brown sugar. I saw that online and that was the thing that people put in chili. I've never done it before, but I think I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm pretty happy with how the chili turned out. I could probably use like a bigger pan or a pot or something like that because I was having a hard time stirring it, but other than that, I mean, it tasted pretty good. The brown sugar definitely added a little bit of sweetness to it, but I really liked it. This rest area ended up working out pretty well. No one really bothered me. I don't even think anyone drove by me while I was cooking, so it was super quiet. It was really nice. I'm gonna get back on the road now. I've decided to make a little bit of a dash towards the east coast of Florida. Surf's looking pretty good on Thursday and Friday, and I don't really know if it's gonna be that good for the rest of the time that I'm over here, so I just want to get over there, get in the water for a couple of days, and then go from there. The weather's also looking a lot nicer towards central Florida over the next couple of days. 75, 80 degrees and sunny sounds a lot better than 60 degrees cloudy and rainy. I'm gonna drive for a couple more hours this evening and make my way closer to the coast. The beauty of living out of a mobile dwelling is that I get to follow the surf and the weather, so that's what I'm gonna do. Was it worth it this time? Probably more so. really wasn't great out there. The wind kind of got on it the second that I paddled out, but it's looking like it's going to be better tomorrow. It's definitely building, so I think I got a couple good days of surf ahead. This is definitely the place where I want to be. By the way, we're in Cocoa Beach now. What? Okay, I know I said no interstates, but I made an exception for the surf. Like I said before, priority number one is to surf on this trip. I am planning to try to avoid the interstate system as much as I can the rest of the way, but that being said, I have some respect for that interstate system. I was able to cross the entire state of Florida in a few hours. It's so much easier to get places. One of my favorite books of all time is The Grapes of Wrath, where they cross Route 66 to go out to California. And, you know, I couldn't even imagine what it was like going 20 or 30 miles an hour across the country with the whole family, taking weeks or even months to get where you're trying to go to. It's just so much easier now, and I really respect that. Just spent a few hours working at the Starbucks, and now we gotta try to find somewhere to park for the night. Ideally somewhere close to the beach so that I can get up early tomorrow morning and get some waves before the wind gets on it like it was today.
In a quarter mile, use the second from the right lane to take the I-95 North ramp.
We're gonna try the Walmart over in Cocoa. I was actually there earlier today and I didn't notice any signs that said no overnight parking. I think there might have even been a couple RVs in the lot, so I'm gonna check it out, see if it works. If it doesn't look good, I'll move on to somewhere else. I think I'm gonna give it a try. There's no RVs parked here or any vans as far as I can see, but there are a couple of semi-trucks parked overnight there. It's a 24-hour Walmart, and the biggest thing is there's no security guard driving around or anything like that, no police officer, so I'm hoping that it'll be okay. That's usually the number one thing that I look for. If there's a police officer on duty or a security guard patrolling the lot, then I avoid it all the time, but hopefully it works out. Before ending the vlog, I have a couple of new Patreon pledges to thank. Tracy, Marilyn Driscoll, and Summer Hayes. Thank you guys so much for joining the Patreon team. I'll talk to y'all in the next video.